In Space Watch now, India becomes the fourth nation to safely land a mission on the moon, joining the ranks of Russia, China, and the United States.
The country launched a spacecraft last month, and this morning it landed near the moon's south pole. That's a region that's remained largely unexplored.
You can see the excitement there in the control room. CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood is at the Kennedy Space Center with the latest on all of this. Bill, talk to us more about why it's so significant, not just that India got there, but that they're the first to land near one of the lunar poles.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's really a new space race, if you will, to put spacecraft down near the South Pole. And the reason is simple. Orbiting spacecraft around the moon have detected the chemical traces of what could be water ice. In other words, ice in these deeply shadowed, permanently shadowed craters right around the pole where the sun never reaches. If that ice is there, then future astronauts might be able to disassemble it, kind of like a high school electrolysis experiment. You get hydrogen, oxygen, you get rocket fuel, air, and water. So there's a real search right now to find out, A, if it's there, B, is it accessible, and what do you do after that? India is a player in that game, as is NASA, and of course China. They're also looking at this.
It'll be a total game changer. And part of the reason why there was this space race between India and Russia in particular, as you mentioned, trying to get to that southern pole, led to Russia's really failed mission just a little bit ago. That was Moscow's first lunar mission in actually 47 years. Talk to our viewers about what happened. Was it really due to them pushing themselves too hard to try and beat India? And what does it say about Russia's space program?
Yeah, I wouldn't characterize it as a race myself. I think the timing was a little bit coincidental, but certainly Russia would have stolen a bit of India's thunder if they'd gotten there. They were supposed to land Monday during an orbital adjustment maneuver over the weekend. A thruster firing went awry. One of their officials said it fired too long. It put the craft in the wrong orbit, and it subsequently crashed into the moon. Huge disappointment for the Russians. They were really looking to get back in this race to the South Pole, and now they've certainly suffered a major setback. I don't know if you can extend what happened to the rest of the Russian program. Their Soyuz and Progress cargo ships to the space station launched routinely. There have been some problems recently with both of those vehicles, but they seem more random occurrences than something systematic. So I think it's a wait-and-see attitude, how things go, and keep my fingers crossed that they can get back in it.
Yeah, and we're watching just some of the footage from, India's kind of space control agency. You see Prime Minister Narendra Modi watching on kind of a split screen, which really emphasizes how much of this is all about national pride and prestige as well. What, from your view, Bill, sets India's space program apart, and where does it go from here?
Well, it's an extremely sophisticated program. You don't think about it like that, but they're building heavy lift rockets that rival the boosters that the U.S. and Russia produce. They're launching commercial satellites for companies around the world. They've got a very well-developed military space force in the sense that they have new capabilities in terms of communications and tracking, weapons technology, that kind of thing. I think they want to move out into the solar system. It's as you said, it's a prestige item. It's like, it's almost like if you want to be a superpower, you need a space program, because that's what kind of identifies them in some sense. And I think India certainly wants to be a player on that stage. And as this landing shows, they clearly are.
Well, potentially then giving them the ability to jump ahead of some of the other more established international programs if they are in effect able to find the existence of water crystals.
I welcome all nations heading up to space and the moon, bringing back cool footage, and it's quite an achievement. Bill Harwood, thanks for explaining it all for us. We appreciate it.